What's up and welcome to another episode of It's Tipped Up Fishing. My name is Keaton and today we are fly fishing for trout at Velorenkloof. We are fly fishing for rainbow trout. How exciting. So today we're going to use a method called the washing line method. It is quite a clever method and it is quite a slow fishing method. But if you'd like to find out more about that, just keep watching and I'll explain everything you need to know. Then, what are we going to use today? We're going to use the Explorer 5-weight rod. The trout are there behind me, ready to be caught. And we've got the Explorer Eclipse reel with some floating line and a tippet of 20 pounds, step down to 14 pound, step down to 6 pound. So it is quite a lovely setup. Casts quite far. It's got a lovely feel to it. I really enjoy it. And yeah, oh yeah, before I forget, if you want a 10% discount at catchmefishing.co.za, it's a fly fishing website. Just go to the link below and use the promo code in the link below. 10% discount on anything you buy there. So that's all your fly fishing gear, your fly tying stuff, everything you need is down there. Make sure to check it out. It is a great website and that's where all of this comes from. So let's get to fishing, I think. Yeah, let's do that. So this is my very crude illustration of the fly fishing washing line method. So at the bottom is the bottom of the lake, the blue is the water, and the little fishies are the fish that you are targeting. Here is your fly line, and as it goes under the water, that is your tippet, which is made of fluorocarbon. I recommend 8 or 6 pound fluorocarbon. At the end of your tippet, you need to tie a very buoyant dry fly. So something with foam that will hold up your fluorocarbon. In terms of picking which dry fly to use, just make sure it's got foam, but then look around the dam for flying insects and pick your fly that looks closest to the flying insects that are flying around the dam, because that is what the fish are eating. Then we have further up your tippet are your wet flies or sinking flies. Now I usually tie 2 wet flies with their respective leaders. Now I make these leaders very light, so a very light 1.6 or 3 kilo fluorocarbon. Now these short leaders are tied to your wet flies and that is tied to your tippet. So all in all you've got 2 wet flies and 1 dry fly that holds up the whole system. Now what's the point of the washing line method? The whole point is to cover your bases. So whether the fish are eating subsurface or on the top, you have got an offering for them. So now that you know what the washing line method is, this is how to fish it effectively. The wind is softly going from my left to my right. So I'm going to cast in left and just let that fly, or those 3 flies, slowly drift across the water column, bit by bit. And that way we're going to cover quite a lot of water. We're going to be pretty stealthy because I'm not whipping casts all the time. And all I've got to do is maintain a straight line between me and the last fly. Another thing I've got to do is watch that last fly, because the last fly is the one that's floating the whole system. That last fly is pretty much my bobbin or my indicator. So if that last fly that's floating and I can watch and see, if that last fly does anything unnatural other than its normal drift, I'm a strike, because that means one of the lower ones, the lower flies, the mid-water hanging flies, have been taken. So I can either get a take on my floating, my dry fly, or I can get a take on the bottom ones. But either way, that top fly is going to tell me exactly what's happening. And notice how I've talked crap for about a minute, 2 minutes, and I haven't stripped, I haven't done much. Not much, I don't need to. A dead bug is a dead bug. Dead bug's not going to do much. I'm not trying to imitate a fish or a living invertebrate underneath the water. These guys that I've got on are all imitations of flies that would live above water, or not flies, would be insects that live above water and would die in water that trout would pick up off the surface or just underneath the surface. And I'm in the right area if you saw that. Oh, I've got a very light line on here. Very, very light line. Oh, very happy about this. Yay! It's quite a nice trout, I think. Oh, not happy. Whoa, there he jumps. There's coming at me now. Don't go in the reeds. Thank you. Oh, grumpy. There you go. Come. This side. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. What a lovely rainbow trout. Lovely. Now these guys don't last very long outside the water, but the line out the way. 1, 2. There she goes. How lovely. We did get rained out quite a bit, which is a bit poo. But yeah, I'm caught in the reeds now, which is not ideal. Just like that. Quick, easy. So that's it for this episode of It's Tip Top Fishing. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to go to catchmefishing.co.za. Link is in the description, and so is a promo code that you can get 10% off anything you buy. That's this GT short haul, this Witchwood GT short haul, the rods, the reels, the tippets, the fly tying materials, anything you need that's fly fishing, you can get there at 10% off if you use the code below. So thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe so that you don't miss any of future content. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If it wasn't for you guys, It's Tip Top Fishing wouldn't exist. So I owe you guys everything. So I just want to say thank you to you guys. Until next time, tight lines, guys.